Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, if you are new here, my name is Ash, and I'm just your basic random stranger on the internet who happens to love anime, video games, shopping, music, and did I mention shopping? To an unhealthy extent. So we're back today in the same outfit from the previous video, just with a different lip color on. Because I honestly am not home every other weekend, so I try to film 2 videos over the weekend to try to get through this and to be able to upload every week. Anyways, y'all don't give a shit about that. We're back today with my Declutter series. We're going through all of my merch collection and my manga collection eventually. And I'm trying to call and consolidate because the state of the world, more specifically the state of the United States, fucking sucks. Things are just so up in the air. You never know what's gonna happen week to week. So I am consolidating in case I have to move back in with family. And if I have to move back in with family, I go from having an entire apartment full of space to myself to be able to decorate, as you can see in the background, however I want. Which right now my decorations is just a shit ton of anime merch. And if I have to move back in with family, it's going to go from all of this space to a bedroom. And not only that, but I also have to have a place to put all of my manga. So we're trying to consolidate anime merch, putting it in a plastic tote, and just not forgetting about it because A, it's going to be on the internet for as long as the internet exists. And B, I'll be able to look back through it eventually if I ever want to reminisce down memory lane. And as for manga, my plan with manga is to either try to sell it online, and I hope I have a little bit of luck with that, or go to a bigger city and try to sell it at a used bookstore. Won't get as much back for it, that I know, but it's still better than nothing. And the thing that I've learned over the past, I think I started doing this hardcore 5 years ago. 2019 is 2025. Oh, 6 years ago. It's just that space runs out very quickly, and with manga, while I love manga, and I'm not gonna quit reading manga because it's one of my favorite things in the entire world, I do need to consolidate my collection and just have it be full of series I truly, truly love. And then just with the state of the world, and well, you never know what the fuck's gonna happen, I'm going to try to only read manga digitally, so either from my local library, unless that goes to shit, or from buying from Kobo if I have the free money. Because digital mangas can sometimes be cheaper. If you use the right websites, the physical books are actually cheaper, but physical books take up shelf. Kobo's been a great little tool, and hold on, let's see. Let me not kill myself. And part of the reason why I'm doing this is also because I need to clean my apartment. I haven't done that in a year and a half. Done a big deep clean, and I'm hoping by filming and essentially decluttering my life, it'll get me in the mood to clean, because I hate cleaning. It just is so hard for me. I have to be in the right mindset, and that comes and goes very quickly. But that's neither here or there. So this is my Kobo. I have the Libra color too. So I actually need to get a to be continued sticker for JoJo's. But this is my Kobo. I love it. As you can see, I'm currently reading JoJo's Stone Ocean on it, because I've been reading all of JoJo's on my Kobo, and it's been fantastic. So I do think that that's going to be the route I'm going to take in the future, is just, unless they're a top tier series, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for sure, I'm going to continue to buy physically. All of Junji Ito's works that get released in the United States, I'll continue to buy physically. And then there's a couple of Yaoi and Yuri romance series I'm really enjoying that I will be continuing to collect physically. I don't know why I'm going through this, but I might as well just finish it out. Tokyo Revengers, I will be finishing out the English copies eventually. been collecting them very slowly, but I think I only have 1 or 2 left to buy, so I'll eventually finish that out, because why would I get almost to the finish line and quit? Oh wait, I do that quite a lot. Anyways, that's neither here or there. I am stalling for time, because today we're not going to look at any figures. We'll do a quick Ami unboxing at the end, but I want to tackle this black shelf that I have that is jammed pack of acrylic stands. I'll go ahead and show y'all. So, as you can see, the top shelf is Jujutsu Kaisen, so Kento Nanamin and Satoru Gojo. Really need to call this down. This middle shelf houses one of my routers on it. And then it has like a lot of these like big acrylic stands, which they're gonna have to be called. And then a random Kento. And then the most embarrassing shelf will be this one, because I did this off camera a year ago, but I've already called some of my not Jujutsu Kaisen, but Tokyo Revengers acrylic stands. And I still have an entire shelf dedicated to Tokyo Revengers. And I think I went over this a bit with my first video, but I'll just mention it a little bit here. With anime merch, especially, not knowing how the state of the world is, well, not the state of the world, the state of the United States, just how much uncertainty there is, I can't have as much merch out as I want. And when I first started my merch collecting journey in 2019, which was a very fun time, and I had so much fun doing it, I was hard into Tokyo Revengers. I'm not gonna lie, I hard fell out of love with Tokyo Revengers. I loved it a lot. Like, I have tattoos that is dedicated to both Tokyo Revengers and Jujutsu Kaisen. It can fit both. I had hair dedicated to some of the Tokyo Revengers characters. I loved it. It was one of my favorite series. It was like the second thing I latched onto outside of JoJo's whenever I moved cross country. So I had spent a lot of time collecting merch for Tokyo Revengers. And I think the funnest part about that journey is a lot of it is actually documented on YouTube, because that's when I first started that YouTube channel. When I started reposting on that YouTube channel, was posting my hauls. And it was fun. It was a chapter in my life, and unfortunately that chapter has passed. And I just don't want to get rid of all of it, but it doesn't need to take up as much space as it does. And the same can almost be said about Jujutsu Kaisen, where I love it. The ending didn't hit as much as I wanted it to hit, and it tore my heart out, but goddamn, I'm not gonna lie. Kento Nanamin, #1 husbando. I love Kento. Yeah, like, he is like top tier. So, I have a lot of merch of him. I have a lot of merch of Toru, because Toru's fucking fine. He's hot as hell. I don't even know where to start with this, because I don't just want to start pulling things off, because then I also have to rebuild at the end, and that's like the hardest part, is putting back together the shelf. Maybe that would be fun to show at the end. But okay, let's just start. I'm just gonna for a bit, and then so we can kind of see what I'm working with. Alright, I do think the first one... Okay. Never mind. I keep shit from falling. Okay, I think the first one that I'm going to put away is going to be this acrylic stand of Gojo. It's so cute. I love it. I adore it. I don't want to put it away, but I'll have plenty of Gojo to go around. Okay. One down. Okay, the next one I think we're going to put up is this Satoru Gojo X Giants, which is a baseball team in Japan. I don't need it. I don't support the Giants. I only got it because it's Gojo. And that's not a good enough reason to be on the shelf anymore. I feel like I need to keep talking to fill the silence. But this is really fucking hard, you guys. I don't even know how to go about this. Honestly, like, the things I'm looking for are repeat outfits, repeat poses. So that's what I want to put up, is like their default outfits, default poses. I love the ones where they're a little bit different. It's not something you see every day in the anime and manga. So, which makes no sense because I'm also going to put up this baseball. Wait, am I? Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to put up this baseball one, Gojo Satoru X Eagles. Guys, this is so fucking hard. Not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up because I don't care about the collaboration, and Gojo's hot, but Gojo's hot in everything, and that's just what I have to remember is Gojo is just, he's fucking fine in everything I've seen him in. And that's what makes it so hard, is he's just really, really nice to look at. But because he's really nice to look at, I just have so much of him now. And, like, the bad thing about having so many acrylic stands like this is I don't even get to admire them all because I have to hide behind other acrylic stands. I love how I haven't even touched Kinto's. I'll get to him later. Let me just finish Gojo's. Okay, you, come here. No. Okay, I'm going to put away this Gojo. Just because he's just really average and basic, and we don't need average or basic on the shelf. It's just so hard. I feel like I'm just gonna keep saying that, but I didn't realize how much of a momentous task this was actually going to be. Because I just, like, expected to, like, go in here and hold up each acrylic stand and talk about it. But there's just so many, and honestly, I dread having to put it back together. I don't want to put it back together. I'm being really lazy. But maybe after we're done, I can just sweep through the shelf and just, hopefully it'll be so curated and so cute. Alright, Gojo. You're a fine man, but God, this is harder than I thought. Okay. We're gonna put this one away because he's wearing his blindfold, he's wearing his standard uniform, and I'm sure I have another pose of him where he's sitting down in these acrylic stands. So, okay, that can go. This is so hard. I'm not feeling very confident about this, and I don't think I'll regret it, because it's gonna sound really bad. I just have so much anime merch that a lot of times I forget it exists. Like, it's really bad. But that's probably why you need to continuously rotate things in and out, because unfortunately, like, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, and the first, until we hit the Shibuya arc where everyone fucking dies and it rips my heart out and everyone's fucking dead, I loved it. And then it just kind of fell off, and I don't hate it. It's actually still up there in my favorite series. It probably will stand the test of time. Like, I just have to be in the right mindset for Jujutsu Kaisen to come back into my mind. But I think whenever it comes back into my mind, I'm not even gonna notice that, like, some of these acrylic stands are missing, because I have so many that I can't even admire them properly. Like, some of these are hidden. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself, is part of this culling experience is, yes, like, what if you have to move somewhere and you have less space because you don't have as much money, or the fucking economy goes to shit. So I have to, like, be mindful of that. But also, like, I think as a collector, what I'm really starting to discover is, A, it costs a lot of money to be a collector, and B, like, you only have so much limited space, and you should have that space be reserved for things you love to, like, look at. And honestly, this first black shelf, like the one that I have all of my Jujutsu Kaisen and Tokyo Revengers on, stresses me out. Because it's just so cluttered. And I shouldn't feel cluttered when I look at it. I should feel happiness and... I don't know. Like, Kinto's my fucking, like... He's one of my husbandos. I should feel happiness when I look at him. And Gojo is just Gojo. Speaking of Kinto, I will go ahead and get rid of this one, just because it's a basic stand, and I have more interesting stands of Nanamine around. So, you can go. Look, we got one of them, rid of one Kinto, we're doing good. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Gojo is similar to one we've already culled, like, put away. He's just doing his standard pose, looking really nice, but I'll have others acrylic stands I'm gonna keep out where he's wearing that same outfit. Different pose, but he has blindfold on. And that's also another thing I'm looking at is, like, I want to keep out somewhere he doesn't have the blindfold on. I want to keep out somewhere he's wearing sunglasses, and somewhere he does have the blindfold on. I just want to have a nice collection. And that's really, really hard. Okay, the next one we're going to get rid of is this one. He's doing an action pose. He looks really cool. But this one's really big. It's really wide. It takes up a lot of space. Ugh. I almost want to say I'm happy. Which isn't good because I have a lot of him left. Oh my god. Okay, here's another one we can put to the side. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. It's just very basic. This is gonna be a long video of me just, like, fucking panicking. And, like, awful singing. You're gonna go far, kid. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. And I think this is gonna be my last, oh wait, I kinda like it. I know what exact heart this goes to. No, I don't need it. I don't need it out. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, I have a clear file where I have, like, a postcard holder. I have some other artwork of this floating around, but this is just a basic outfit. He kind of takes up a lot of room, and I do think this was one that was based off the second ending. Yeah, the second ending. Or, no. Maybe it was based off the opening, but it's the Sakura mochi scene. So, okay, you guys, I think I'm done fucking with Gojo for a little bit. I've hit a wall. I don't know what else to get rid of when it comes to this, which is probably a sign to you're good. You've gotten rid of a lot. So, okay, I think we're just gonna move over to Kento's. We're 20 minutes in and this has been a fucking god-awful video, I feel like. Kento's gonna be harder because Kento's his looks are very average, and his acrylic stands aren't as varied as Storu's are, but there's less of him. So Storu honestly like dwarfed this shelf, and Kento was kind of shoved in a corner. I just don't know what to get rid of Kento's, or if we're even gonna get rid of a lot. Because I did try to keep in mind that Kento's outfits are kind of basic, and I didn't need like repeating outfits. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Just because it's him in his everyday suit. It's not exact, like I have... Honestly, I'm getting rid of it because his face kind of looks stupid. I didn't say that. But I like other Kento's faces a lot more. So, I'm gonna get rid of that one. This is so hard. Like, I'm almost tempted to get rid of this one. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. I actually do think I'm going to get rid of these two. Like, put these two up. They're really big, blocky, and they're zoomed in, and they look really great. I really do like them. But I'm only honestly going to put those two up because A, they take up a lot of space. They're very wide. And that is because I have these two acrylic stands, which is their full body of the same pose. And I know it's the same pose because Nanami's arm looks really fucking good. So I'm going to put those two chonkers away and keep the smaller ones out, which makes me feel good. Honestly, I think that might be the only things of Kento's I get rid of. Maybe I'll get rid of this one too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this one away of Kento. Just because I don't have this exact pose where he's wrapping his tie around his hand. But I feel like I have other variations of him in his everyday suit that I like better. And honestly, I don't really like his face as much in that acrylic stand. And that's kind of like the issue that I've had with some of the Nanami acrylic stands, or just Nanami art in general, is how do I say this nicely without sounding... I don't know, like, his face just doesn't look right. And I think that's what I'm trying to say, is his face just doesn't look right. And that's nothing on him, it's just how the artist capture his face. And it's nothing on the artist, but when trying to contain everything to one shelf, I just want to keep the best ones out. Which means we're doing good. Okay. We have this big chunky Kento, which I do actually think I'm going to keep. I'm taking this from a different shelf. Which I do like him. I want to keep him out. And then we have the Teenage Satoru and Teenage Kento, which I will be keeping out as well. I just pulled them from a different shelf. That's why I'm showing them to y'all. Okay, I think I'm happy with this shelf. I think. I will still need to fuck around with the composition and get it right again, but I do think I'm happy with this one. I just spark again. Okay, top shelf done. It only took 25 minutes. Oh my god. The second shelf might be easier. This Obey Me was an Otome game that I was really into. I really liked it. I still like it, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of merch of it there. These are the Bunny Boy skins. Obey Me no longer updates. I think they still do concerts and merch and stuff, but the game itself doesn't update, so I kind of fallen out of love with it. So I will be calling that. Although this Nightbringer, Obey Me, which was from one of their outfits from the Anime Expo, I will be keeping out. I do like this artwork. Oyasumi Poon Poon. Goodnight Poon Poon acrylic stand will be staying out. I love Goodnight Poon Poon. I've only read it one time, and I want to reread it. I've actually been thinking about rereading it, and it's going to sound kind of morbid, but I've been thinking about taking the physical manga, because my library is missing one of the fucking volumes, but I've been thinking about taking the physical manga to, like, a park, and reading it in a park, and hoping that it doesn't send me into a depressive episode like it has been known to do in the past. I have this, like, chibi art, which it says June, of My Hero Academia. It's this really cute art. I love how it's cute. It's gloomy. I just don't want to know it anymore, and it's really hard to do this because, like, Tomura Shigaraki was he was probably, like, Tomura was the first anime merch I've ever went out of my way to buy. I looked something up on Ami Ami, and he was the first thing that I ever brought was an acrylic stand of Tomura. I don't know. I don't want to say I've grown out of him because I haven't. He's still, like, top tier. Top 10 at least. And I still will have an entire shelf dedicated to him, I think, maybe. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that shelf. There's this really cool anti-art style of Hitman Reborn, and this is a versus Bavaria act with the Vongola rings. I really like this, but I do think I will be putting this out just because it's a basic artwork. And I have so much more Reborn merch in my collection now. I brought that when I didn't have a lot of Reborn merch, and I wanted something to represent it because Reborn, I can remember buying the English. I, like, used to beg my parents for the English manga when it was actually publishing here, and I wish I kept it, but I was not a good collector when I was a teenager. I'm not even gonna front. I don't know how to get this down, so this creepy little acrylic stand, she's gonna be hanging around. I don't know where it's from, because it's so fucking scary. Like, it's creepy, it's just my aesthetic. But I didn't want to take it down because it has, like, these annoying plastic pegs that are hard to deal with. And then I have these, like, beautiful bunny girls, which I do think are gonna be hanging around because they're cute. Beautiful dark-skinned bunny girl. And then a light-skinned bunny girl. And she's like a tsundere. She's so hot. They're gonna be sitting around because they're fucking hot. I'm not even gonna lie. They're sitting around because they're nice to look at. And I do. Should I put that on the internet? Hey, if the FBI is watching, which you better not be, I'm straight. Just ignore that. Don't come after me. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep them around because I like looking at beautiful women, okay? Damn. And then there's this like really cool Jujutsu Kaisen acrylic artwork, and this came with a calendar. This one's hard because I love like Akutami's like rough artwork. I think I will be getting rid of it. Not getting rid of it, but just putting it away because I don't need it out. No. Damn it. Okay, well, I'll fuck with that later. Alright, another one that I don't want to take off the metal pegs because it's a pain in the ass is this Instagram Tomura Shigaraki acrylic stand. Be staying around, mainly because that acrylic stand, you can see my Doritos on my couch, that acrylic stand was such a bitch to find. I luckily found it on like some like random indie seller's website, and yeah, I'm so happy I have it. And even though I'm not as big into Shigaraki as I was, I want to keep it around because A, it took a lot of work to find, and I like these Instagram style posts. And then finally, this one hurts. I do think I'm gonna put this one away. This one took a lot to find too. And I love the artwork. It's just that I just don't feel as deeply as I did for the series as I once did. And that's really the saddest thing, is I'm just like coming to the realization that I outgrew some of these series I spent so much time and money investing in. And maybe I'll come back to another ituration of loving it, but I just don't need as much merch. It's just like acrylic merch of the Tokyo Revenger Boys and Wakui's original art style. I do love it. It's really nice. I went through a lot of trouble to find it. I don't need it. Okay, second shelf done. Oh, Lord. Okay. This shelf's gonna be annoying. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? I hope I'm not doxing myself because I have a lot of packages just randomly around. Okay, how am I gonna keep all up? Hold on. Alright, you guys, the angle of this video just got really bad. The lighting just got really bad, and y'all can see my like completely messy couch. I just don't know how to do this. Okay. So we're sitting on the ground because we are now going to tackle my Tokyo Revengers acrylic stand shelf, and I do think this one's gonna be really fucking hard. Because I've mentioned it before, I don't love Tokyo Revengers as much as I once did. But it took a lot of work to collect these. And some of these are really nice to look at, and I really love them. I like the artwork. Okay, so obviously the first two that are gonna go are these Mikey and Draken. Just, I don't really care about Draken. They're really small, which is the plus, is they're really small, really easy to store, but yeah, I've mentioned this once before, but I've already purged my Tokyo Revenger shelf. I did it off camera about a year ago, and I still have an entire shelf full of Tokyo Revenger stuff. I don't know how. God damn. Y'all, this is gonna be really hard. Because, like, a lot of this stuff I kept out because I either like the artwork or still do have, like, intense love for this series. I just don't care about it. It's, like, it's really hard to explain. Because I don't care about it, but, like, some of these pieces I love to look at, and I love having them out. Go crazy. This one's going to be going up, this is one of my favorite artworks, but I do think I have a clear file And maybe that's what I should base it on, is if I can remember if I have a clear file or not. Because if I have a clear file, that means I can look at the art somewhere else. Damn. We'll go ahead and put this one away. And maybe that's another thing I also need to be looking out for is State of the World. Tokyo Revengers has the Manjin symbol, which in Japan isn't bad. In America, with how shit is right now, I don't know if it's the best thing to really be advertising, like, out in the public for anyone that can, like, walk into my apartment and see. So yeah, maybe that's another thing I need to be mindful of. Ugh. Maybe I should put this one away for the simple fact that it fell apart. I think I'm just gonna put this one away because it fell apart. But I like Baji's face in it. I do actually think that's one of the nicer acrylic stands of Baji. Because Baji shares the same fate as Anamin, where sometimes they just don't get his face right. It's really sad. But sometimes his face just sucks. Okay. We'll get rid of this one. Because it's just Mikey. Mikey was my favorite character for the longest time, but Baji was always a sleeper favorite of mine. And I think I ended up liking Baji more at the end of the series than I liked Mikey. Oh man, this is hard. Maybe I'll get rid of this Mikey. This is from the opening. I love this outfit, but I'm sure I have it on a clear file somewhere. I don't know why this shelf is so hard to me, because like I said, I've grown out of love with Tokyo Revengers, but it is still one of the hardest things for me to purge out of my life. Like, the acrylic stand. I'll go ahead and get rid of this one, because the only character I care about is Mikey. And maybe it's because a lot of my original videos on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, is me unboxing a lot of Tokyo Revengers stuff. So maybe it's just really nostalgic, and I have a lot of money put into this stuff, and maybe it's like the sunk cost fallacy, where I already have a lot of money invested. And now that I'm putting it away, it just feels like a waste of money. And that's what I really need to be mindful about now, is I'm gonna have to get rid of this stuff eventually, because as a collector, you can't keep bringing it in if you're not rotating it out. And that's why I don't want to get rid of it, because I'll be able to, eventually, look through this stuff and be like, oh, yeah, remember when I really loved, fucked hardcore with this? We'll go ahead and get rid of this. And I also need to be mindful that some of this stuff I can just transfer, and I can put it on my Tokyo Revengers manga shelf, and that gives me a little bit more space to play with. But yeah, this is probably really morbid. Oh, come here. We'll get rid of them. We'll put this away. It's from one of the openings, I think. The reason why I fuck so hard with Mikey and why I like Mikey so much is it's really morbid. Once again, Mikey has a dead look in his eyes I really appreciate. Because, sometimes you just feel dead inside. And I feel like Mikey's eyes and a lot of this artwork reflect that. And I appreciate it. Bruh. I feel dead inside sometimes too. Is that fucked up? It probably is. Probably get rid of this just because it's a different outfit. It's cool. I just don't need it. And that's another thing I'm looking for is like different outfits, different fits, how cool it looks, how different is it. I'll get rid of this. Cause the dog's not taking. I'll get rid of this one. I'm only keeping this one around because god damn it, this one was so hard to find and I spent so much money on this stupid thing that this one really is a sunk cost fallacy. And now it's like super cheap to get, so I should have waited. Actually, I probably would not have brought it if I waited, so there you go. Oh, okay. There's this random base, but it's to this. Because I stuck Baji. God damn. I stuck Baji and Mikey together to save room. I will be keeping them out because I do like that artwork, even though I have them on acrylic stands. I'm gonna be getting, I like this artwork, don't get me wrong, but I will be getting rid of it just because of some of the stuff on Draken's jacket and the base, but I really like that artwork. I'll stay awake, 'cause I'm not taking prisoners tonight. No, I think I'll keep that out. I was gonna get rid of it, but I really like the base, which is really stupid. This is still the problem I'm having. I'm still have an entire shelf of Tokyo Revengers acrylic stands down here. Like, I feel like I'm not making any headway, and I am. But we are 42 minutes into this video, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these. I think these are so cool because they're like breaking the glass. I find that fucking awesome. I just don't need it out. And here's Baji's. What have I become without you? Had no plans for me. I think I'm gonna get these two. I really do like these two, and oh shit, this is the happiest I have Mikey, and I'm gonna get rid of it. He's actually smiling, and it goes with this Baji, like they can link together. Oh, I feel bad because he looks so happy. I'm getting rid of it. Damage is done. Oh my god, sorry guys. I should cut this video short, shouldn't I? I should edit this, but I'm not. I hate editing. I think okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This Mikey. Because I do have 2 more artworks of him in his captain's uniform. There's Mikey in a suit I'm struggling with because I love anime boys in suits. Well, and anime women in suits. I love anime characters in suits. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and purge this one. And I think I'm done purging. I think. I'm still not 100% happy with this shelf. I still feel like I have too much Tokyo Revengers acrylic stands. I just don't know where to purge them at anymore. Actually, I do. I think I'm gonna get rid of one more. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of this chunky boy. This chunky Mikey. He's so big, but I don't need him out. Okay. Yeah, we're done. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, you guys. So this video is unnecessarily long, and it's probably full of a lot of awkward silences, because I'm just staring at my collection, trying to figure out where to purge from. What can I get rid of? And I feel like I made good headway. I'm still not happy with my Tokyo Revenger shelf. And honestly, I'm not really that happy with my Jujutsu Kaisen shelf. I still feel like I have too much. I'm just to the point where I don't know where I can pull it from because I love or I like every single piece up here. And the middle shelf I'm happy with. Like, I think I did really good there. But I'm having the same issue with my Tokyo Revengers where I just don't know where to pull from because I do genuinely like every artwork on there. So I think that's like, maybe that's a good indicator is if I like the artwork and I'm having a hard time getting rid of it, this probably means it's good to stay. But we'll make going through my Ami Ami haul hopefully very quick because this is somehow an hour long and I should probably edit this, but I'm not. So if you stick around, you're a true MVP and I appreciate you. Here's the art print. I don't know what month this is from, but this is just another Ami Ami haul that I want to go through, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do with everything. Fun. Well, this is obviously from a time when I was, I'm guessing, going through my blue log phase. Maybe. I don't know. Bachara sticker. Kaito from Vocaloid sticker. This canvas print of Brago from Zatch Bell. He is my favorite Zatch Bell character. Zatch Bell was such a iconic anime when I was a kid that I am kind of glad I have a little bit of random merch. And then we have some postcards from Jujutsu Kaisen. And this is when they were teenagers. I've said this in previous videos, but I do love postcards and smaller anime merch because it's just easier to store. Like postcards, you stick in a postcard holder, you stick in a binder. Oh boy. Here's some stuff I regret purchasing now. But yeah. So we'll go through the smaller items first. We have a Brago acrylic stand, which I'm glad to have. I want acrylic stands of like different shows that I like too, like not just best husbanders, which is all I have really. This This is someone from Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, from the MiHoYo universe. My brother's partner is really into the MiHoYo universe, so I try to buy badges and stuff for them for holidays. And then this is some random Cthulhu merch. I don't know why I got this. Well, I do know why I got the King in Yellow, because the King in Yellow is like one of my favorite. I don't know. It's out. My favorite story like that. He's probably one of my favorite because it's just so fucked up. And then this is Nyarlathop. Anyways, I think I really just got this one because it's from a random, like, dating game. But I like these. These are really weird. And the King in Yellow. I love the King in Yellow. I need to buy that book and have it in my apartment for reading. But these are the things I honestly kind of regret buying now. I will probably hit on it more whenever I do my manga clean out. Well, maybe I don't know. I thought I was going to take these to work and put them up in my office, but I'm not so sure because I honestly have purged like all of my anime acrylic stands at work too. This one I'm not upset about. This one is the Teenage Nanami Kinto look-up figure. Okay, he's good. He's going to for sure stay out. And then, these are characters from Windbreaker. This is Kaiji. And this is Suo. I don't even remember his name. I remember Kaiji's because he's still one of my favorite characters. This is Suo. I love look-up figures. They're so cute. They don't take up that much space. And I might keep these around, but I brought these to go into my office at work. And then, just state of the world, I've actually started to purge my office of any defining characteristics. So, I don't know. These two I kind of regret buying, because I don't even know who my favorite character in Windbreaker is. So I think I bought all 4 Windbreaker boys, because I just assumed I would love all of them, and but I don't know. I might keep these around. I'm not going to try to sell them because I don't feel like it, but I'm not taking them to work. I'll just maybe find somewhere. But alrighty, you guys. That's it. That was my Ami haul for this video. That's it. I feel like we're making good headway. We still have a lot to go through there. But if you are coming along with me through this journey, thank you so much. I'm so sorry this video went so long, but if you stayed through till the end, you're the real MVP of my life. I send you all the love, all the positive vibes I can send you. But if you want to, you can comment, you could like, you could even subscribe, or you don't have to do any of that because it's your life and you do whatever you want. But I'll be back at a later time with another video of decluttering my collection. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye!